Hi everybody, this is Diane Skates from RestoreVR Therapy, which helps you to reduce stress and anxiety. Today is Monday and we are last week we talked about what we talked about last week. Let's see if I can see live here, if it's, if I have anybody inside. I can respond questions. Just a second. Yes, I don't think I can see from here. Well, that's okay. Well, last week we talked about what was the human factor part of the RestoreVR therapy. Remember, the RestoreVR therapy, let me see here, this is the glass, this is the virtual reality part of the RestoreVR therapy, right? But the RestoreVR, one is the virtual reality experience itself, and the other part is what we call the human factor part. Let me put this here. And that's what we talked about last week. The human factor part of the RestoreVR, it's what it is. It encompasses 3 parts. That is, we're going to talk about the body, we're going to talk about the soul, which is our emotions, our mind, our will, and spirit. We cannot just give you like the virtual reality or this part or just this part itself. You have to work together, all these 2 parts, or actually the 4 parts, right? I think I make this confusing, but it's just like 4 models, right? Okay. From today's topic, I would like to speak about the body part. All right. So we know that levels of stress and anxiety are still rising in an exponential way, especially right now, with high inflation, gas price, you name it. But I was looking into some statistics, and according to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, 40 million adults in the U.S. only are affected by anxiety and disorders, which is the 18% of the country's population. This is huge. This is a social, political, and healthy problems, just to mention a few that need to be addressed. And I'm here to help by offering my research and experience in this area. Well, the topic, like I mentioned before, the topic of today's live is from the body section found in the RestoreVR Therapy method. I would like to speak about ways that might help you excel your thinking skills and consequently reduce your stress and anxiety. Okay, let's go back to some statistics again. Let me see if I can see some kind of I don't think I can see. Yeah, unfortunately I cannot see the comments if there are any. So let's go to the statistic again. I like to put some statistics so we have an idea what we're talking about. So the University of British Columbia says, they have a research that says that regular aerobics exercise appears to boost the size of the brain that is involved in the verbal memory and learning. On the other side, the researchers found that resistant training, balance, and muscle tones exercise did not have the same results. This is interesting, isn't it? The finding came at a critical time where new cases of dementia, Alzheimer's, diabetes, strokes, and heart disease are increasing significantly. There are two ways in which physical exercise help memory and thinking skills. One is the direct way and the other one is indirect way. Let's talk about the direct way to do this. Physical exercise benefits comes directly from its ability to reduce insulin levels, reduce inflammation, and stimulate the release of chemicals in the brain that affects the health of the brain cells. The indirect way is like a physical exercise improves the mood, the sleep, and reduces stress and anxiety. This is the indirect way. Problems in these areas, frequency cases and problems in this area can contribute to cognitive impairment. Of course, because if you don't sleep well, your mood is going to be terrible during the day, so your cognitive part is going to be, a problem. So, let me tell you my story, my personal story. I love sports. So, physical exercises have been part of my life since I was a child. And as an overachiever person, several years ago, I decided to, after I had it and I ended my radiation treatment against cancer, I had this crazy idea of starting training for a triathlon. Can you imagine that? I never thought I could do it, but I did. Oh yes, I crossed the finish line on my first triathlon, and yes, I did it. And I have here this, beautiful. It says 3. My cup of coffee to prove that. It was very important and significant for me, this accomplishment. The feeling of achieving my dreams was like beyond words. I have no words to tell you how significant this was for me. Well, since then, I have followed my daily physical exercise routines. So therefore, I want to share with you a few healthy habits that are described in the RestoreVR Therapy method on the body session. And they're, they might help you improve your routine, your daily routine, and consequently excel your thinking skills and memories. Let me share with you some of my what I call healthy habits. The first one, if you want to take a note and you think about it and do it so you can, grab a hold of this suggestion, is establish a daily or a weekly goal. This is very important. Sometimes we go to the gym or you do our physical exercise and we do not, keep track of our exercises. So there's no way to measure where we are. So for instance, today I'm gonna go for a walk or swim or run or bike, you name it. So you're gonna put there, I did this X amount of time or miles. So keep track of that. This is very important, okay? If you don't have the discipline to do it on your own, join a class or work out with a friend who will hold you accountable. Remember, accountability is very important for a person to achieve their goals. Everything that we are accountable for, it's easier to achieve than things that we are not accountable for, right? Okay, second, healthy habits. Track your progress and challenge yourself. Watch tracking or fit bands. They have like a virtual, what they call a virtual partner, which encourage you to break the ceiling by going further than your last tracking time, right? So, sometimes it's good to activate your virtual partner there. If you are able, hire personal training. Paying an expert is very good motivation, because you're put money in something, and personal trainers, they are very good in what they do. They are expert in that, and if you can do it, do it. It's worth it. The fourth healthy habits. Practice your physical exercise in a group, or you can do like a group race, or doing classes. It's a fantastic life experience. For instance, a group race, running a race or do some sports event on your local community. It's very good. Try to check it out on your website from sports on your local community and sign up for that. It's very nice, especially right now in the US. In the North Hemisphere, it's going to be spring and after summer, so it's a very good time of the year to do outside exercises. So, to wrap this up, RestoreVR Therapy includes detailed sessions about this subject that we just talked about. So, we recognize that how physical exercise can improve our thinking skills, our memory, and mental health. There's so much more there. Well, this is what I want to share with you for today. So I hope to see you next week here on Instagram, or you're going to see this in YouTube, whatever social channel you are linking to, the RestoreVR. And thanks for your time. It has been great speaking to you today, and I have good news for you. So pay attention on our social channel that we're probably gonna release something this month. So pay attention on that. So if you want to receive more information about the RestoreVR Therapy, or keep updated on what I'm doing, subscribe to our email list at www.restorevrtherapy.com. Again, www.restorevrtherapy.com. Or keep connected with me through our social media channels. Share with someone who might need this information as well. Maybe you have a friend that needs this information, and they need to know what can help them, or he or she reduce stress and anxiety. So share this with them. So thank you so much again for being with me today, and have a great, blessed, and healthy week. Bye-bye.